Om Shanti, 5th May 2023, Baapdada Sakar Murli. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, you are Roop and Basant. You have to stay in remembrance of the Father and also sow seeds of the jewels of knowledge. You have to decorate Bharat too. Question: which finger do you children give to lift the iron-aced Govardhan mountain? Answer: that of purity. To make a promise for purity is like giving your finger. Because there hasn't been purity, you can see the condition of Bharat. When there is purity, there is peace and prosperity and everything. And this is why, according to Srimad, you who are fire and cotton have to stay together and be pure. Pure while living together in your household. You don't have to renounce your household. Song, you are the fortune of tomorrow. Om Shanti. Mothers, all of you brides heard this song. You children know that the fortune of Bharat has been crossed out. What has crossed out the fortune? Ravan, the five vices. You children are now once again creating the fortune of Bharat. You mothers are Shiv Shaktis. When the ocean of knowledge comes, he places the urn on your mothers, on you mothers. You children know that you are those who create the fortune of Bharat. That is, you are those who make Bharat into heaven. You are the Father's army. You are the beauty of the Father's house. When a couple don't have children, their home feels empty. This world too now feels empty. You children are now going to make it into heaven. The Father says, I'm the slave of you mothers, because you mothers were previously slaves of your husbands. The mothers were told, the husband of a Hindu woman is her guru, her God, her everything. In fact, they have taken the aspect of this time onto the path of devotion. At this time, you say to the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, you are the mother and you are the father. You alone are everything. However, Hindus have then said this of husbands. In fact, Shiv Baba is the husband of all husbands. You become those who are 100 times fortunate, and this husband of yours is immortal. He is the Lord of immortality. The Lord of immortality is also making you into the masters of the land of immortality. You have to remember very much the husband who teaches you and makes you into the masters of heaven. By forgetting such a husband, you will end up weeping. The father says, has your husband died that you are weeping? You should now remain constantly cheerful. The faces of deities are constantly cheerful. People become happy just seeing them. Where did deities receive that happiness from? The Father made them so happy and cheerful at the confluence age. You now have to make effort because only then will you become imperishable. The Father says, there is no question of weeping. Wah! You have found such a handsome bridegroom through whom you become the emperors and empresses of heaven. You have to continue to follow Srimad at every step. Every version you hear is worth 100,000 rupees. When those scholars relate the Gita or Vedanta, they say that each of those versions is worth 100,000 rupees. However, it is not like that. Each of you is Roop and Basant. The soul is Roop and the Father is also Roop, and then he is also called the ocean of knowledge. He is the one who rains knowledge on you. It is not a question of physical water. These are called the jewels of knowledge. Each one of you has to sow the seeds of jewels of knowledge. You should explain to people you are a soul and that is your body. You speak of sinful souls and charitable souls. You don't say sinful supreme soul or charitable supreme soul. This proves that God is not omnipresent. Maya makes you into sinful souls and the Father makes you into charitable souls. The world of charitable souls is called heaven, and the world of sinful souls is called hell. Only the one Father, the bestower of salvation, is the one who purifies everyone. You children are the decoration of this unlimited home. You have to decorate Bharat. Paradise is called the wonder of the world. People show seven physical wonders of the world. Those are created by human beings. In fact, the wonder of the world is paradise, where all souls remain constantly happy. They say so and so became a resident of heaven. However, until the Father comes, no one can go back there. You children now know that you are going to paradise. You see those physical wonders with your eyes, but you are going to go to paradise and experience limitless happiness there. There is no question of weeping there. The Father says, why do you brides of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, weep? Perhaps you forget your bridegroom. To forget your bridegroom means to bid him farewell. Constantly continue to remember him, and there won't be anything to weep out. However, when someone's relative dies, people weep. You are now taking leave while alive. You take leave from everyone. After weeping, you then laugh for all time because you are going to paradise. There is no need to weep here. Baba has told you, even if your mother dies, you have to eat halwa. Which halwa? Halwa of knowledge. Now, all are dead. Whom should you worry about and whom should you not worry about? All will die. There won't be anyone left to carry out the final ceremonies. When so many died in Japan during the bombing, was there anyone left to carry out their burials, etc.? Even those who perform those ceremonies will die. That is a system of the path of devotion. Such things do not happen in the Golden Age. There is plenty of happiness there. The story of the king who conquered attachment refers to that place. You have been listening to that story for birth after birth. Now the Father says, forget everything you have heard. Now listen to everything from the Father. Hear no evil, see no evil. Those people have created a toy with the faces of monkeys depicting this. Speak no evil, see no evil. Because human beings at this time are even worse than monkeys. Whatever people are told, they continue to say, it's true, it's true. Baba says, children, don't listen to defamatory things. I come at the conference age of the cycle. The Father surely has to come, for only then could he give knowledge. People say that the rishis and munis were Trikaladarshi. Baba says absolutely not. Even Lakshmi and Narayan were not Trikaladarshi. Only you Brahmins are Trikaladarshi. These 84th births are your final ones. It isn't that these sanskars of knowledge will be with you in your next birth. No, they disappear. The kingdom there will have been established, and so there will be no need of Raj Yoga. Therefore, just see what Baba says and what people say. There is the difference of day and night. People say that God is omnipresent, whereas the Father says no. People say that there are still 40,000 years of the Iron Age left, whereas the Father says no. They have told so many lies and brought about extreme darkness. Now the sweet Father says, become very sweet. You children of God are in God's court. Your duty is to have yoga. When you go to the Govardhan mountain, there is an image of a finger. The mountain is worshipped so much. When Bharat become the golden age, that mountain is not worshipped. Therefore, that finger is a symbol of you. To make a promise for purity is like giving your finger to salvage Bharat. When there is purity, there is also peace and prosperity. Look at the condition of Bharat when there is no purity. This requires effort. Sannyasis have been saying that fire and cotton wool cannot lie together, cannot live together. That is written in the scripture. However, you can tell the sannyasis how you, the fire and the cotton wool, live together and remain pure. Sannyasis do not receive Srimad. We are now following the Father's Srimad. Those people receive directions from Shankaracharya, whereas these are the directions of Shivacharya. You are the children of Shivacharya. No one knows this. They say that God is the ocean of knowledge and so he is the teacher, Acharya. That one is Shankaracharya. Sannyasis receive a title by studying many scriptures. It is never said Krishnacharya. They don't know about Shiva. They don't know the Father at all. No one apart from the Father can be called the ocean of knowledge. When you meet a sannyasi, tell him you are on the path of isolation, a Hatha Yoga sannyasi. We are the Raj Yogis who belong to the family path. You cannot teach Raj Yoga. You are Rajoguni. Because Shankaracharya came in the Copper Age, yours is the Hatha Yoga, the renunciation of karma. In fact, there cannot be renunciation of karma. You children now receive completely different directions. People want to live in peace. Tell them, Acha, detach yourself from your organs. There won't be any benefit by simply detaching yourself. First, detach yourself and then remember me. Only then will your sins be absolved. Peace is the garland around your necks. The original religion of souls is peace. We souls remain in silence in the incorporeal world. Then, in the subtle region, there is the movie. This physical world is the talkie. You children have had visions. Baba has seen a lot more. Mama didn't see anything. She never went into trance. She became very clever in knowledge. You should not have any desire to go into trance. Look, Mama claimed a number so far in the front even without visions. First, it is Shri Lakshmi and then Shri Narayan. For this one it is written, Arjun had a vision of destruction and establishment. Shiv Baba, the charioteer, is sitting in this chariot and giving you knowledge. This chariot also receives knowledge from that one. This one himself used to study the Gita. He used to hold many spiritual gatherings. Now he is amazed at everything that is in the scriptures. The Father says, forget everything you have studied. Don't listen to anything. While seeing, do not see. We are now going to Baba's home, to our sweet home. Until the guide and the liberator comes, no one can go back. Only the one Father is the guide and the bestower of liberation. He liberates you from sorrow, and this is why he is called the bestower of liberation and salvation. He is the seed of the human world tree, the supreme soul. The incorporeal world is the place where souls reside. It isn't that the Brahm element is God and that souls merge into it. These are such wonderful matters. Your parts of 84 births are imperishable. They can never be erased. The world is created eternally. The golden age is called the new world. The world is now old, but it isn't that the world is destroyed. The Father comes to make the impure world pure. The world always exists. It would definitely be just the deities who take 84 births and the others take fewer births. Then you can also calculate about the Christians. In fact, the population of the people of Bharat should be very large, but because they have been converted into other religions, it has become small. They have given themselves the name Hindus. The Father says, I come when I have to establish the deity religion through Brahma and carry out destruction through Shankar. Then the one who establishes it will also sustain it. Those who helped Gandhiji and made so much effort are today very happy. Everyone there will be happy. However, there will be a difference in their status. Those who stay in remembrance of the Father and remember the inheritance will become part of the Sun dynasty. Those who have less remembrance will become part of the Moon dynasty. Otherwise, they will become subjects. Many maids and servants are also required. The Father has explained to you that anyone with the power of yoga can become a master of the world. You are the non-violent army who have the power of yoga. If Christians received this much power, they could become the masters of the world. However, the Lord doesn't say this. There is the story of monkeys. The butter of the kingdom of the world is shown in the Krishna's mouth. So, the kingdom of the world can only be claimed when you have the power of yoga. The Father says, I create heaven. This is the business of you children too. You children belong to the Father and help Him in establishing it. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Baapdada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Spiritual children, in return to the spiritual father, says good morning, Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. Thank you so much, Baba. Essence for Dharana. Point number 1. Always remain cheerful and happy. Never weep. Take leave from everyone whilst you are alive. Don't worry about anyone. Point number 2. Remain stable in your original religion of peace. Go fast with knowledge and yoga. Do not have any desire to go into trance. Blessing. May you be loved by all and receive everyone's blessings with your accurate, elevated handling. May you be loved by all and receive everyone's blessing with your accurate, elevated handling. Explanation to this. The Father did not look at the weaknesses of any children but encouraged them, saying, You were mine, you are mine, and you will always be mine. Follow the Father in the same way. Form relationships and connection with everyone while seeing their specialities. Spiritual love for souls will automatically emerge and you will be loved by all and by the Father. Where there is a spiritual love, you automatically receive good wishes and cooperation from everyone in the form of blessings. This is called accurate spiritual handling. Slogan. With the concentration of your elevated thoughts, to concentrate the wandering intellects of many other souls is to do true service. With the concentration of your elevated thoughts, to concentrate the wandering intellects of many other souls is to do true service. Acha. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.